Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I'm going to talk about when you go no contact with the narcissist. Do you think the narcissist is actually going to be glad to go no contact? Or do you think they're going to be bothered by the no contact? Well, I'm going to explain exactly what's going to happen in this podcast today. By the time you go no contact with a narcissist, it's pretty much game over. The narcissist has been studying you during the whole relationship. And so they knew even before you knew that you were going to go no contact, because the narcissist has been through this before, okay, with people. They've seen the same pattern before. They go in a circle. So they assume that eventually you're going to see through them, okay? Because everybody eventually sees through the narcissist. This is why they got to jump from supply to supply. So by the time you go no contact, the narcissist saw that you were pulling away. They saw that you were starting to get angry or you were getting frustrated because the narcissist was breaking your boundaries. You know, the narcissist at that point, too, already has another supply. I've mentioned that in my other podcasts where I talk about the narcissist has the other supply already lined up before the relationship ends. So now you get to a point where you go no contact with the narcissist thinking that, they're going to be devastated. You're going to show them. This is why you're going no contact for yourself, not to, show the narcissist or try to hurt the narcissist. You're doing it for yourself, for your own peace. That's why you go no contact, to get away from the mess, to get away from the gaslighting, the lies, the cognitive dissonance that narcissist is causing in your brain, confusing you with the constant gaslighting. So at the point that you go no contact, that narcissist already has that other supply, and they may actually be happy at the point of no contact when you go no contact, because now they have their freedom. Now they can go put their effort into put more effort in love bombing the other supply, and they don't have to, have the restrictions of you, like where are you going, what are you doing, or any of this. Now they may feel a sense of relief initially when you go no contact, because they have their freedom, and narcissists love their freedom, okay? And at that point, they've gotten sick of you because the narcissist has devalued you in their minds, and so there might be a certain sense of relief when you go no contact with the narcissist. And what they're going to do is they're going to get extremely busy with the other supply. Now they could put all their time and effort into the other supply, and they could put their time and effort into other supplies as well, because they don't just deal with one supply. So when you go no contact, the narcissist is probably going to be relieved at first, because like I said, they've gotten sick of you. They get sick of all their supplies. Don't take it personally. They get sick of everybody, all right? And they're going to feel a certain sense of relief in not having to deal with you. So they're going to go to this new supply. They're going to get busy with them. They're not going to hear from you. But what's going to happen is the narcissist is going to feel a little bit of withdrawal after time goes by, okay? The other thing, too, that you have to keep in mind is narcissists feel like you're not going anywhere. They think that you're going to be back. They knew that they had you at one point in the relationship, and they feel that if they were able to manipulate you once, they can manipulate you again, because narcissists are overconfident. So they're not too concerned when you went no contact, because they feel they can come back, just tell you I love you 1,000 times, tell you they miss you, they care about you, and they feel like you're this emotional empath that will break and take them back, okay? So they're going to be relieved. They're going to go with this other supply. They're going to go have their fun. And then what's going to happen is they're going to get sick of the other supply. In time, they're going to get sick of the other supply. And they always, 99% of the time, they always come back to their exes, okay? They're hoping that you reach out to them in time because they love to know that you can't live without them. So they wait it out and see if you reach out to them, if you break the no contact. Some of them may even try to trigger you by provoking you on social media, because any reaction is feeding the narcissist. They're also, though, they're going to feel slighted by the no contact because it is a narcissistic injury. When you go no contact with that narcissist, you're pretty much telling them, I respect myself and I'm not going to allow you to treat me this way. So it's a narc injury because now the narcissist no longer has access to you. Okay? So when a narcissist has this narc injury, they're going to resent you. That's what they're going to do. They're going to build up such a resentment towards you. Like, how dare you think you can go no contact or think that you're better than me? You're trying to act like you don't need me or you think that you're better than me. So they're going to have it in for you. And that's where they may try to torment you on social media. They'll smear you, of course. That's a given. All right. When you go no contact, they're going to smear you, of course, and say that you have mental issues and you have all these other issues and that you were the problem. And they may even lie to people and say that they went no contact on you. Okay. Because they want people to think that, they ditched you and, they weren't the problem. They got rid of you. So they're going to lie. They might lie and say, oh, I don't want to deal with this person. I walked away from them and everything like that. Now, time's going to go by. And what do you think is going to happen? That narcissist gets bored or they start fighting with the new supply. Things may not be going as great as they thought they were. They're going to get tired of the new supply. And this is when they'll circle around and you may get a hoover from that narcissist. And they especially love to hoover you around the holidays. Okay. I've done podcasts and videos about this where they come around on, Thanksgiving, the Christmas holiday, Hanukkah, all these kind of holidays. They come around and you're going to get the text, how are you? Or you may get a text from another number thinking about you or something like that, right? They want you to reach out, or they may say, Happy Thanksgiving, okay? Happy Thanksgiving. And they're hoping that you contact them back. You say something like Happy Thanksgiving to you. Now, what is that going to do? That's going to open the line of communication where the narcissist is going to try to get their foot back in the door. This is how they do it. They do it indirectly by maybe sending you a text on a holiday or your birthday or something like that. All right. This also is to try to break you because it's the holidays and they know that people are vulnerable around the holidays. Around the holidays, you're thinking about, all the good. You're thinking about, your life. And they feel like, if they show an act of kindness, like, Merry Christmas or something like that, you may break and be like, oh, Merry Christmas to you. And then the next text you're going to get is, how you been? All right. And this is exactly how the narcissist is confident in thinking that they could try to reel you back in. That's why you've got to give them no response. When you go no contact, you've got to be serious about it because then your no contact doesn't mean anything. Then it's like your word doesn't mean anything. All right. They're never going to take you seriously because, you're letting them back in. All right. So, and this is what narcissists think. They think that they can weasel their way back into your lives, or they're going to try to weasel their way back into your lives. So where does the karma actually hit the narcissist? That karma hits the narcissist when you don't respond to them. When you stay strong and don't give them any response. You don't owe them a text, Happy Thanksgiving, or Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or anything like that. You don't owe them a text. All right? Remember your purpose in going no contact. This person played you for a jerk. This person played games on you. This person played you for a fool. They thought that you were an idiot that they could play, okay? So you're going to go and you're going to give them a text, happy Thanksgiving back? No, not today, Satan, because you're nobody's fool, all right? They did what they did. They lied. They may have cheated. They gaslit you. They played games on you. It's a done deal. And that's where the narcissist is going to get their karma, because they're going to see that that door is shut, okay? That door is shut. And this is when it's going to bother them, all right? If they need you. Now, keep in mind that it's only going to really, really bother them if they need you. Although they really don't want to lose control of supply that they had, it is going to bother them to lose control of supply they had. But if they're being fed by other supply, it's not going to affect them that badly, okay? But if you have a narcissist who's desperate for your supply, because you could be a grade A supply, all right? You could be offering that narcissist something big, like money, all right? Especially money. You could be offering them, or a place to live. Then, yeah, it's going to bother them. It is most definitely going to bother them. It's going to bother them that they're losing control of you, and it's going to bother them because you have a supply that they can't get anywhere else, all right? So the way it goes is, again, they're initially going to be happy because they're going to be glad to have their freedom in the beginning to go out. And the other thing, too, is not only are they going to go out with that other supply, but they're going to be whoring all over the place, okay? Because now they don't have anybody really on their back, all right? They have other supplies, but you were the main supply, and now you're going no contact with them. So they have that freedom now to go bounce around, be promiscuous, sleep around. They may have a good old time for themselves because they've gotten their little freedom there, and they're going to enjoy it. But in time, they're going to miss the supply that you had to offer and come back. Or they may need the supply that you had to offer, and they're going to come back, you guys, all right? So it's like they think they could just come back at any time and, re-manipulate you. But their karma will be when they see that you go no response, all right? You're not responding to that narcissist. And then when they see that, that's when they're going to get really, really angry if they need you. And that's when they may try to provoke you, all right? Provoke you on social media, provoke you from phony numbers, send you messages from phony numbers or texts from phony numbers, saying different things to try to provoke you, all right? Because they're frustrated. So when they're frustrated, they'll do these stupid things to try to get a rise out of you. Like you may get a text from another number and you don't know if it's the narcissist or not, and they're hoping that you reach out to them and say, was that you that texted me? Okay? This is how a narcissist could test you. Was that you that texted me? All right? So they're desperate. At that point, they're desperate and they're trying to reel you back in. But you going no contact, you're showing that narcissist that you don't need them. You have your power, okay? You're not codependent on them, all right? And that narcissist is cut off of all supply. You're starving the narcissist to supply, but you're mainly doing the no contact for your peace, okay? So that you could get your head together and get rid of that cognitive dissonance of what you've been going through. Because as long as you're in the relationship with the narcissist, it's going to be hard to really see them for who they are because of all the re-love bombing, all right? They may be really wicked and then they re-love bomb you. So this is causing a cognitive dissonance in your brain because you're seeing one side of them where they're yelling and screaming, blaming you for everything. And then you're seeing another side of them where they're, baby, I love you. I can't live without you. Okay, so this is causing you to be confused. Like, I don't understand. I thought this person really cared about me. I thought this person really loved me. How could they be so wicked, right? So by you going no contact, you're able to sort all this out in your head. educate yourself on narcissism. Go watch my reels on YouTube explaining all about this with the cognitive dissonance and, all of the no contact. And you will see it clearer. And once you see it clearer, you will be stronger and will not fall back on that narcissist. You will not respond to that narcissist because now you realize that they are just manipulating you. Okay? But from the narcissist standpoint, they feel that they are so overconfident and they feel that they are so great at manipulation. They're not too concerned when you go no contact initially. They're not too concerned. And like I said, they may be actually happy because they have that freedom to go and try to get as much supply, be on inbox, be on dating apps. They may have a good old time for themselves there while you're going no contact with them. You're sitting there trying to heal, and they're all over the place trying to get other supply and feel terrific and get validation by all these other people by sleeping with them, right? But that's going to get old real fast. And when it does get old, they are going to miss the supply that you had to give them if they can't replace it. And they're going to miss the fact that they can't control you, okay? So when they really see that you mean business and you go no contact, yeah, it's going to bother them, all right? In time, it's going to bother them. And if you keep that door shut, it's going to bother them, all right? They just lost you. They just lost a supply. So that's a loss. So, of course, that's going to bother them in time, all right? So that's how it works. So I hope that helps you. If it does, please hit the subscribe button, share the video. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askgaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. Check out my book too, you guys, on Amazon, Regain Your Power. You can view it at tinyurl.com/Regain Your Power. It's a short little book on Amazon. Helps you to learn how to regain your power in relationships. Also, check out my YouTube at The Game Exposed podcast with over 7,500 videos, a lot on covert narcissists on my channel, The Game Exposed podcast. TikTok is The Game Exposed, and Facebook and Instagram is The Game EXP123. And have a great day.